Let me just take this off. Hello? Can you hear me? It's saying I don't see myself clearly. It seems like it's processing, so I'm going to allow this thing to. Let me pause here for a moment and see what's what. I should probably start using my phone. This is a good indication I should use my phone. So if you're here, can you hear me well? Just let me know. All right. If you're here, just go and type in the chat box and let me know if you can hear me. I'm not sure what's happening. The last time that this happened, the echo was bad on the audio. So if you're here and you can hear me, just go ahead and type in the chat box and let me know. I'm going to also check on my phone just to see what the streaming is like. So just bear with me before we get started. Okay, now I think it's working. Okay, I think we're on now, ready to go. Hello, welcome. If you're new to me, I'm Monique Head. And I help single women of faith feel confident in their journey to meet their Mr. Right. And I do that by teaching you how to use your feminine allure to attract and communicate with the right man, and then use those same skills to apply to other areas of your life. I do that through my 6-step feminine allure formula. So again, if you're new to me, if this is your first time here, and if you can hear me well, go ahead and type in the chat box and let me know that you can hear me, just so that there's no echo, because I would hate to have poor sound quality on this. The last time that this happened, the thing was kind of echoey. Good afternoon. Are y'all hearing me well? Okay, yeah, thank you. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, so if you are, if this is your first time watching, welcome. If you have been catching this series, the Sacred Beauty series that I've been, here live Monday through Thursday, with the exception of yesterday. So I missed you yesterday. My body was just telling me that I just needed to rest and that I need to catch up on some sleep and just have an opportunity to relax. I teach my members in my programs that the body is a source of information, and so I have to teach. I have to implement what I teach, and so that meant canceling some calls from yesterday. It's not coming on YouTube live. So I really appreciate your flexibility and patience, and just giving me the grace that I give myself. So today, perfect. Today I'm not gonna be here too long. I do want you to stay to the end because I want your feedback on something, because it was really my intention for this to be the last day that I come here live. Having a baby at the end of the month, and I just really want to kind of take some time just to relax. But part of me was like, no, Monique, you should keep this going. You should keep this going. So I'm saying that to say right now, well, I guess there's no need to wait. You can put it in the chat box right now of what what would you like to hear more of? What topics would you like for me to speak on? So as you think about that, and I just want to kind of get into it. So today is really just about. I had done a video on this last year, and it seems to be a really controversial topic about dating yourself and why I think dating yourself makes you less dateable. So here's the deal. Here's like the scenario. Excuse me. You're a woman of faith, and you've taken some time to really appreciate your gift of singleness, especially now when we're in lockdown mode. We are in quarantine mode, but there's a part of you. Well, you're ready. You're ready for things to be different. You're ready for God to deliver your Mr. Right. You are ready for a shift, for a change. And the type of men that you're attracting and how you're showing up and really interacting with them. You want to be able to walk in confidence. You want to feel more alluring, more beautiful, more irresistible. And you want to know that who you are and how you show up in the world, that there's definitely God's unique blueprint in you so that you feel irreplaceable. Because there's a part of you that knows biblically that you're irreplaceable, but you really don't feel it. And you don't really believe it. So, a lot of experts and gurus, YouTube gurus, and everybody on here is like, oh, date yourself, date yourself. It's so good. And they recommend this to really speed up the process. I believe that this advice, and you've heard me say this before, I think that it's really well-meaning. Excuse me. It is well-meaning, but it's really ill-advised. And so what I want to say first of all, in terms of who you listen to is really important, and where you get your information from is really important. Because people can say things that really sound good, but I remember this quote. It says, opinions are like butt cracks. Everyone has one and some of them stink. So I say that to say, you want to listen to people, like in terms of who you invest with, where you get your information and your perspective from. You want to listen to people and go on their guidance for those people who have what you want. Like if you're attracted to their story, if they have what you want, then it might be an indication that, you can listen to them. But you also want to go and apply this from a spirit of discernment, meaning that there are a lot of smoke and mirrors out here. And so you want to consider that, like make that a part of your consideration in terms of who you allow to seep into your ear and what you allow to penetrate, because faith comes by hearing. And what you listen to does make a difference. And who you listen to, I should say, makes a big difference. So just be mindful of that. And I wanted to plant that seed as I share my perspective on this, because like I said, I believe that the intention is good, but it's ill-advised. And here's why. First of all, let me say this. I'm not against self-care. Like I love getting my nails done. I love, getting my hair done. I love to have new clothes. I love beautiful meals. Like I love these things. I do. And they make us feel great. Excuse me. These things make us feel great. They can make any woman feel beautiful, any woman feel tended to, give any woman that jolt and that boost that we need in the moment. But unfortunately, it's temporary. Like the jolt and the boost is temporary. And the thing is, the problem with dating yourself is that deep love isn't found in the new bundles or a nail reservation or a hair appointment or reservations for one. Deep love can only be found within, right? But it's promoted in equally yoked relationships. So the thing is, when it comes to dating yourself, it doesn't really provide this container for growth. It doesn't provide the container that's necessary to be able to experience this deep love that I'm talking about, and the deep love that I know that you really do desire. So these things just don't, there's no loving growth. It doesn't provide the space. It doesn't really provide the container, which is necessary to make, partnership work. Like it sounds good. It sounds sexy. It's nice. It's jolting, like we're showing up, we're looking beautiful, but it's not congruent. And the thing is, if this continues, like when self-love goes wrong, number one, it's purposeless, because the intention is I'm going to feel good about myself to what? Like to learn about myself more, to experience, to identify what I need and what I want. Can I get that in nails? Can I get that from reading a book? Maybe. Can I get that from taking myself out? Can I get that from journaling? Perhaps, maybe. But just hear me out. The ushering that you need to really get to the next level, where the exposure happens, like I'm kind of getting deeper, like where you feel like jolted, catapulted, propelled, thrust forward to the next level, it has to be done in partnership. right? To the point where you feel exposed. And then from that point, you get to be able to release like whatever the issues are, self-worth, self-love, like low self-acceptance, choosing the wrong men, like choosing the same men over and over again, which is really choosing the wrong men, not having anyone approach you, not feeling good about yourself, all of these different things. And then participating in low value pursuits like excessive shopping, overeating. I was telling one of the members in the Sacred Beauty Circle that we women all experience this. A lot of times we're in this moment of quarantine, and so many of us are eating a lot of sugar, and sugar feeds on the spirit of lack. So the thing is about dating yourself and why it makes yourself less dateable, if this continues, right? It really just provides no revelation of what is necessary to make a relationship work and to really inspire the commitment and feel good about your skills to sustain a healthy relationship that ultimately leads to marriage if that's what you want. It focuses on the wrong thing so much that it's like, okay, if you can't pay for me to get my hair and my nails done, then I don't want to be with you. Okay, listen. So here's what you need to do instead. I'm going to be real quick with this. Instead of dating yourself, what is necessary is that you activate the beauty within, right? Beauty is spiritual in nature. And so you want to activate the beauty within in order to make your love wish come true. And of course, it does begin within, right? Because when you do this and you acknowledge that beauty is spiritual in nature, acknowledging God's divine blueprint within you, but also having the tools in the framework to be able to activate it, what happens is that it creates purpose. You're moving forward with purpose. It establishes that. It promotes self-worth. It creates congruence and alignment, meaning that your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions are all in agreement with one another. There is no like, oh, I want to lose weight, but I'm going to smash this roll of Oreos right now and then feel bad about it. Or I'm going to work out, I'm going to lose this weight, and then you're not able to keep it up once you get into a relationship. Right? It's like counterfeit confidence. Ooh, that's good. Counterfeit confidence. I just made that up. That's good. I'm going to have to work with that one. Ooh, that's good. Thank you, Lord. It's counterfeit confidence. It does not last. It has no value, no real value. It's just for show. Okay? Once you have established a purpose and and then from purpose you promote self-growth. This is what I'm sharing with you is really within the cycle of beauty, which is what I teach the members in the Sacred Beauty Circle. If this is appealing to you, I want to encourage you to join us because next Tuesday the enrollment closes. Okay, so you can click on the link below in the description box and find some information there. So promote self-worth, creates congruence, and then ultimately builds the momentum that helps to keep women going for that self-love so that ultimately you feel confident, you feel capable, you feel interesting, you have an absorbing interest in your own life. All of this is necessary because it creates a purpose and it's driving your identity because it's coming from within. Okay, and know that identity drives behavior. So that's what I want to share with you today. The dating yourself makes you less dateable because it creates overthinking. You start to settle. It doesn't really provide the revelation of what's necessary to make a relationship work because there are only things that can be found within that, like within a relationship. But you can only do so much work by yourself. You can only get so far by yourself. That's why investing in mentorship and investing in community is vital because no woman is exceptional by herself. And everyone that you see at the top, trust me, they got a team. Okay? So if this sounds like something that you want to be a part of, if you know that you've done the self-care part and you want to even go deeper within that, like you want to activate the cycle of beauty within you so that you're establishing and you're building momentum, that you feel you're promoting self-worth and it's coming from that place of in where you're feeling congruent and you are feeling in alignment for love and for what you want in life. There is a 6-step process. It's the Feminine Allure formula that helps you to create whatever you want, not only in love, but also in life. All right. So I want to open it up right now and see what kind of questions that you have. Again, if this appeals to you, join us in the Sacred Beauty Circle. We had our first session on Tuesday and it was beautiful. So let me go here and see what's what. I got married at 33. There is hope after 35. Yes. It's harder though. I can't even lie. I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna be harder. And to be honest with you, I think about that, as I prepare, like what kind of information do I want to share with my daughters? I never wanted to be the woman who I knew that I didn't want to get married like in my 20s unless like there was somebody that I was attracted to then, but if I knew that I wanted to get married maybe earlier, I would have governed myself accordingly to be able to make that happen. But hmm, yeah, there is hope and there is love after 35. I'm not gonna like give you and say like it's all roses and easy because the numbers may not be working in your favor. We get stuck in our ways and we can be jolted by life. But that's why it is important for women to be in the community and to really figure out what you want and how to remain like in that childlike spirit. That's the thing. Is that as we get older, that childlike spirit becomes less and less and less. So, we can lose hope and like our faith diminishes. But to answer your question, absolutely. It is absolutely more than possible. Love is possible after 35. Yeah. If you have a question, post it. And if it's within the scope of my work, I'll answer it. You know what, Vet? She said I'm still in the old dudes at church following me around. They're in their 80s and I'm 51 looking for someone 45 to 60. Listen, this is what I tell my members. Receive that. Like don't see that as a thing that they collect it as evidence that what you want is on its way. Okay? Don't go into judgment of those men because you cannot have what you judge. Period. So see that, be thankful that, you got some eyes on you, but just see that as the evidence that what you want is on its way. That's it. Yeah, it's difficult. I hear what you say. Act like a young girl and keep your baggage locked away in the closet. I don't want you to act like a young girl. I want you to adopt a childlike spirit, which is different from childishness. But keeping your baggage locked away in the closet, it sounds like like it sounds heavy to me. Like when I hear that, I don't feel expansive, right? It's about accepting, really accepting that baggage, accepting the experiences that you've had, the things that maybe you don't like we don't like about ourselves, um, and acknowledge like, having the courage to bring that up and then ultimately release it. So I wouldn't say lock it away in the closet because anything you lock away is going to be scratching to get out, and it can maybe even create, when I think about myself, maybe some passive aggression. So I don't know about locking it in the closet, but definitely getting some support to be able to overcome and accept that. All right. Well, I don't see much questions. So I would love for you to post here though. What other topics would you love for me to talk about? I'm going to sort of just be in prayer this weekend to see if this is something I want to continue to do. Showing up live rather than continue with the weekly videos. Do I want like an integration of both? So I would love for you to post in the comment section, post here in the chat box because I do go back and review it. What is your number one challenge right now when it comes to your femininity, when it comes to feminine allure, when it comes to having love? What's your number one challenge right now? Go ahead and post that and then I'll be able to review it. So until then, lovelies, it's been wonderful. I am Monique Head. Again, I work with single women of faith who are just ready to feel confident on their journey. And specifically, my ideal client is someone who's a little rough around the edges and struggles with finding love because of it. Okay, so I'm looking forward to continuing, but we will also see. I don't want to make any promises. Okay, go ahead and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And until next time, take care and God bless. Bye.